beautiful people make some noise. I like that, yeah. So I think that God has an amazing sense of humor, you know? Because he made me with the 16-inch dick. Can't read shit, guys. Believe me, I tried. I took yoga and everything. It doesn't reach. And I'm not trying to say that God makes mistakes, right? But if she would have made me with a few less ribs, it would have been perfect. I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but I identify as a left-handed person. Guys, you can't assume that someone's right-handed just because they don't have a left hand. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if a biological woman can identify as a man without a penis, then I can be trans lefty. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. People think I'm disabled because I have one hand, right? Which is kind of dumb. But you know who's really disabled? Men with little dicks. Am I right, ladies? Seriously, guys. So, ladies. If you like fucking men with a big clit, make some noise! See what I'm saying, guys? Exactly. I think that, though, men with challenge dicks are intimidated by me, you know, because my dick is bigger than theirs. And I think they're so adorable, you know, I just want to peg them. Okay, never mind. This is just my opinion, right? But personally, I think having two hands is overrated. Look, I know you guys all have two hands, but look around you. If everybody's doing it. And I know that we don't expect much from your non-dominant hand, right? But I've seen some of you guys write with your good hand, and I gotta tell you, I don't mean to brag, but my nub writes better than you. And I wish that those people would stop saying that they write like doctors because nobody can understand what they wrote. No, you don't write like a doctor. You write like a drunk person who's blind. And I think that those people, you know, should, if you're gonna write things that people don't understand with your hand, you may as well just lube up a mechanical pencil and stick it in your booty. That way you can practice writing things that people can understand for a change, like, dear toilet, looking forward to the encore, love that ass. That way when the next person comes along, right, they come and look at the note and they're like, I don't understand what it says, it looks like shit. But the upside to having one hand is that because I have one hand, God bless me with a bionic pussy, guys. Yeah. Whenever my guy tries to get away, it just sucks him back in like, get back over here, buddy. You're not going anywhere. The other upside to having one hand is that when you only have one hand, that's one less hand that you have to lose. I had a friend, right? And she got into an accident and she lost a hand. And I went to visit her at the hospital. And I was like, not for nothing, Janet. If you never had a left hand in the first place, you wouldn't be experiencing this loss right now. And I was like, how many hands does it take to screw in a light bulb anyway? You are winning, bitch. Two-handed people make some noise. If you're not clapping, I know what you're saying. You're like Mutiyaa. Just because we have two hands doesn't mean I only have two hands. Am I right? But I have a serious question for you guys. If you were to lose your non-dominant hand today, would you still expect to be compensated 100% for your loss? Okay, don't get greedy, guys. You know, it only did like 30% of the work. Am I right? Am I right? Okay. You guys are so serious. Look, that's just my bitterness talking, because I know if I lose any part of my non-dominant arm, the insurance adjuster is going to be like, ma'am, I wouldn't expect much. That was a pre-existing condition. But unlike you guys, and actually at that particular point, I'm going to be like, excuse me, sir, but I identify as a left-handed person. It's not what you see, it's what I believe, if the LGBT community hasn't taught us anything. We learned that much, right, guys? So I'm like, fuck you, pay me. That's what it's gonna be. And I mean, I don't want that to happen, but if it happened, that better be the way it goes down. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm like you guys, I will never experience the disappointment of having a deadbeat hand that's still living in my basement. So I just want to share this with you guys. I am the only straight woman in my family. Yeah. I'm also the only woman in my family who happens to have one hand, which means we have located the gay gene, ladies and gentlemen. It's in your left hand. And the funny thing about that joke is some of you are sitting here right now with left hands, don't even know you're gay. So my mom is a lesbian. I have a bisexual daughter, a gender fluid daughter, a gay daughter. And it's starting to make me believe that being straight is a choice that I made, guys. And I don't understand why religions are so against homosexuality, you know? Because when you look at it, homosexuality reduces the number of unwanted pregnancies by 100%. And it's fiscally responsible, you know? Because if your daughter marries another woman, the families get to cut the wedding expenses in half. And if your son marries another man, fuck him, make him pay for his own wedding. You know what I'm saying? That way you don't have to be too disappointed should you discover your son happens to be the bottom one. Guys, I know I'm not the only person in this room who prefers my son to be a giver in this scenario. Listen, love is love. Am I right, guys? Love is love. Listen, I don't care who my son loves. I don't care who my son loves, but no son of mine is going to half-ass anal. Ladies, I have a quick question for you. Did anal sex ever hurt your feelings? Okay, listen. Just work with me here for a second. So, I was off the market for 33 years, lost a husband, right? He didn't believe in anal sex because he was like, that's so gay, right? So, met a new lover, and I was like, you know, I want to try this out. But this was not the night we were supposed to be trying this out, right? So we were doing a doggy style. You know, he's like thrusting in, coming all the way up, thrusting in, feeling real good, by the way. Then he comes out, thrusting, and I was like, oh, wrong hole. And he was like, I'm so sorry. I had to go to the bathroom. I cried for a moment, right? I can't, listen. There are some things that sorry just doesn't fix. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking one of them, right? Poking me accidentally in the dookie hole. So, I come out, and he's like, baby, you want to finish? Well, okay. He goes, baby, I'm sorry. It was just a tip. He was like, he was like, I'm sorry. It was just a tip. He was like, and it went in so easy. Are you sure you haven't done this before? I wanted to punch him in the dick. Am I right? So anyway, I just responded back to him. I was like, this is how I know to take things really fucking personally. You know, because ever since that day, I have just been fantasizing about how I'm going to accidentally fall and poke him in the ass with my dick. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, when he responds, I'm going to be like, but baby, I'm so sorry. It was just the tip. Are you sure it was your first time and went in so easy? My name is Mutiyaa Vision. Thank you very much. Please keep going for your applause.
Y'all, one more time, Mutiyaa Vision.